Hi everybody, Gary Beck, naturopath here, talking to you today about a commonly prescribed drug. In fact, there's even over-the-counter medications in this particular category, and it's come about because I was listening to a talk just a day or two ago, and the focus was on a thing called NO, or nitric oxide. Now, nitric oxide is a component that we produce in our body. As we age a little bit, we produce less, and it is one of these key mechanisms associated with the aging, particularly when it comes to our coronary arteries and cardiovascular health. And there are a number of things that actually inhibit the endogenous production, our internal production of NO. And one of them, in fact, interestingly enough, is the microbiome of our mouth. So about half of what our body needs and uses is actually produced by the bacteria that are present in our mouth. And an interesting thing that we know is that when you use the powerful antibacterial mouthwash products and strip the bacteria, those beneficial bacteria, out of the mouth that people associate with all sorts of nasty things like bad breath, then you have a problem with the production of NO. So that's the first point I wanted to make, is that if you are using one of those high-powered antibacterial mouthwash products, unfortunately they have other problems. I've talked about that before. Things like the strong alcohol, the strong preservatives, the antibacterial chemicals, and the colorings. They're just not the sort of thing you want. They result in a higher rate of throat cancer. Yay. And in this case, they knock out the bacteria that are associated with the production of NO, which then can lead to a quickening of the damage that occurs to our arteries and our internal circulatory system. So we don't really want that or need that. And the second point I wanted to make was, and it's along similar lines, but it's about the good old medication, sometimes sold over the counter, often prescribed, and that is in the family of PPIs, or proton pump inhibitors. So these are products along the lines of Losec, medications that reduce the production of stomach acid, basically. And the research is pretty clear. There will be people that will argue the point, but the research is pretty clear that the long-term use of those kind of products actually increases the risk of stroke and cardiovascular disease, or cardiac infarct. Heart attacks and stroke are increased between 30 to 40% in long-term users of PPIs. So, food for thought, is this something you want to look at? Are you on a PPI medication? Is there something else you can do? Most cases, unless there is the very rare occasion where there's actually physical damage to the mechanisms in our throat and gut, most cases it's not an over acid production, it's simply a misplacement of that acid. And there are some relatively simple tools, some herbs and other things that can be used to alleviate the concerns associated with that. So, food for thought. High-powered mouthwash products, get them out, and consider looking at eliminating the use of PPIs or the antacid type products such as Losec and all the other brands and names that are out there. So that's my 2 cents worth for today. I hope you're having a great day, and I'll talk to you again soon.